Hello and welcome to Bubble Hearthing. I am ShadowBlue13, and we're going to be doing a review of the Warlock cards for the Boomsday project, the latest expansion coming to Hearthstone very soon. So, without further ado, this is a 2-mana Spirit Bomb, deal 4 damage to a minion and your hero. So 4 damage to a minion is Shadow Bolt, reduced by 2 damage. Okay, nice. The fact that you deal 4 damage to your hero as well, there are cards that try to make an advantage of this thing, and it triggers your spellstones, which is nice. So I could see this seeing some play. Shadow Bolt, though, on its own was not seeing any play. Really, it's maybe one of in a couple decks. People tried to keep it in there because, like, well, it's still kind of good. Not exactly. So I think you might have a one of this in your deck. I don't think you're going to run 2 of this thing. But there are certain situations. If you gear your deck towards it a lot, you could potentially make it work with basically 2 Nether Soul Busters. But it's going to be tricky. I don't think you really want to damage yourself so much this way. Maybe a one-of. Next up, 2-mana Demonic Project. Each player transforms a random minion in their hand into a demon. So we already have Nosferatu, which burns cards. And, geez, if you're playing this in Wild, you have Nosferatu, Dirty Rat, and Demonic Project. And potentially, well, even in Standard, you can run the friggin'... No, not in Standard. I think it's out of... Yeah, it's out. The Treachery Howl Fiend, but I'm not going to mention that. Alright, so it's unfortunate that we have like a similar Dirty Rat effect in that you're messing with your opponent's minions in their hand, and it's specific to Warlock, but it's nice because I love Warlock and it's my favorite. So this is Hand Disruption. This could potentially, if you get lucky and hit the right cards, shut down Shudder Walk, which is super nice. Beyond that, it's just kind of good to mess with your opponent's plans. And you also get a random minion, random demon. So maybe you really need a demon in your hand. I don't know. Maybe you're running a few non-demons and you're running some demon's energy. Wow, I wish I had a demon. Okay, I'll play this. Sometimes it's going to suck. Sometimes your opponent's going to get some huge, crazy demon. They're going to get a Doom Guard. They're going to punch you in the face next turn. You're going to lose. But I think it's worth it to maybe just have one of to counter the potential Shudder Walk or even Quest Mage. Maybe get rid of their Antonitis. Who knows? I think it's cool. Alright, we have the 3-mana 2/2 doubling Imp. Battlecry, summon a copy of this minion. This is a great card. There is Demon Synergy coming up. Demon buffing, hand buffing for Warlock. Both specific to demons and just in your hand. A little more specific than just being in your hand, but this card is fantastic. I like it. 3 mana, summon 2 2/2s. I think Zoo would just play that as it is. And so the fact that you can buff it up more is great. Fantastic card. Alright, here we go. There's the one I was talking about. It's like in your hand buff, but kind of tricky. The 1-mana Soul Infusion. Give the leftmost minion in your hand +2/+2. So, unlike, what was that card called? Hold on one second. Hold on. Unlike Stargazer Luna, which targets the rightmost card in your hand, which is going to be the most recent card you've drawn, this is the leftmost minion in your hand. So it's going to be a card that's been there. You can set this up pretty well. It'll be interesting to see if this actually changes some people's mulligans because you want a certain minion to be on the left, so maybe you mulligan out of the... You throw it out from the right side, hoping it's going to pop up over there. Who knows? This is my right, by the way. I'm not an idiot. It flipped the thing. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm not an idiot. It means I know my right from my left. Alright. So, obviously, if you get that on the doubling imp, okay, 3 mana 4/4... and then you summon another 4/4. 3 mana 2 4/4s. Insane card. However, is this alone good? I think you definitely make this work. You would want it to be on something like that. Maybe Serenite Chain Gang, which does see some play in Zoo as well. And for 1 mana +2/+2, that's a card that would see play. The only downside is it's very specifically the leftmost minion, which you would probably have to set up a little bit. Can be deterred by some RNG. But if it works for you, I think it's going to be alright. Oh, now this thing is very, very nice. The 2-mana 2/2 Void Analyst. It is a demon itself, which is important to note. Death Rattle. Give all demons in your hand +1/+1. It buffs itself if you have a copy of it in your hand. It doesn't buff itself when it dies, because that would be weird. Although, notably, what was it, Scavenging Ghoul? Or Flesh-Eating Ghoul? Is that the one? Will buff itself if it comes back with the Paladin Secret Redemption. It will actually give itself like a bonus attack. Anywho, that was a little tangent there. This is great though. You play it 2 mana. It's statted to be obnoxious but also die, and then you buff your dudes, and then hey, look, just in time for you to trade into something and then play your doubling imp, and you're gonna get 2/3/3s for 3. Fantastic. Great card. Love it. Demon. Love it. Moving on. 3 mana. Nether Soulbuster is a 1/5 demon. Battlecry, gain +1 attack for each damage your hero has taken this turn. So at first, I was actually considering being able to talk properly. My apologies there. I think it's a pretty strong card. A lot of zoo decks right now run Duskbat. Zoo decks aren't super prevalent, but they're okay. And they run the Duskbat, which is the 3 mana 2/4. If you've taken damage this turn, summon 2/1/1 little bats. So I could see this fulfilling a very similar space. So 3 mana 3/5, if you life tap this turn, which is nice. I wouldn't mind life tapping if you happen to do that, and then playing this guy is a demon, so it can get buffed with your with your Void Analyst, and if you happen to have this in the leftmost card, it's gonna get buffed that way. It works very well with the Spirit Bomb. If your opponent is a warrior and they play the Weapons Project, which gives you a weapon, and then you attack and take some damage, like what happened in the reveal stream, then you can give this guy a huge buff. I like him. The question is, I think he's going to be good enough to see some play. Yes, definitely. Especially as a demon, where the Despot was a beast. This is a demon, so even more synergy there. The Omega Agent, 5 mana, 4/5. Battlecry, if you have 10 mana crystals, summon 2 copies of this minion. I don't like this card. You can buff it up, sure, and you can make it a 5 mana, what was it going to be, 6/7, which you would play, but you wouldn't want to play it on turn 10. Sure, you get 3 6/7s, but if you're a zoo deck, you don't really want to get to turn 10. You want to just beat them around turn, really it's turn 7 or 8, I think I've noticed. Maybe even earlier if you're lucky, but it's around that area that you tend to be able to really solidify your advantage and win the game. I don't think this is your win card. This isn't your win condition. I don't like the card. I think it's just too slow for what it is, and if you play a 5 mana 4/5, then this is the complete opposite of what Zoo wants. So no, not at all. Ectomancy, very interesting card. 6 mana, summon copies of all demons you control. So you're thinking, well, there's gonna be like a Zoo demon lock deck. Do we want to play this thing? And my answer is no. That's my response to that. I don't think summoning copies of all demons you control is gonna be great. Notably, they don't attack right away. It is a nice card. I'm not gonna lie, it's got some decent value. But we've seen in the past that a lot of cards that do summon copies of even cards you control aren't very good. The only ones that we really like are when we copy Malagos, and then we win the same turn. But otherwise, no, I don't think Ectomancy is gonna be too great. I don't see it working out. Alright, oh my goodness, oh, I don't know why they put the legendary spell ahead of the other one this time, but oh my, maybe because it costs less. Oh my goodness, the Solarium. 1 mana, and draw 3 cards. At the end of your turn, discard them. What this says to me is play a Zoo deck, draw 3 cards for 1 mana. You're not discarding anything, or maybe you discard 1 card. But this is just such an amazing, overpowered, I believe, card. Oh my goodness, I cannot overhype this enough. This is so good. This is, if I don't open one in my packs, I'm going to craft a golden one. I'll do it on stream. Trust me. The dog is walking around if you're hearing a little clickety-clacketing. Or maybe it's just the 3D printer I've been having going throughout this entire thing. Beautiful card. I don't want to talk anymore about it, because it's, oh my god, so nice. Why would you do this? Dr. Morrigan, this time the invention is so much better than the person who did it. 8 mana, 5/5, Death Rattle, swap this with a minion from your deck. This is not a demon, so it doesn't get any demon energy there. Madame Goya saw no play. This doesn't prevent fatigue, because you still pull a card out of your deck, so you keep the same thing there. I mean, you could fill more copies of this into your deck with a neutral minion, the Elic. That's kind of weird, but I don't think that's really a play. If you want to play an 8 mana 5/5 Dreadsteed, the biggest issue with this thing is you're playing an 8 mana 5/5. That is not at all a good idea. That's a terrible plan. And only to have it die and put another minion out there? If you're gonna try to cheat something out, For 8 mana, you're not cheating anything out. Possessed Lackey was 5. They nerfed it to 6, and I still like using it to pull out the Void Lords for 9 mana. You're not gonna play this turn 8 and then say, oh, but I cheated out the 9 mana Void Lord. No. No, you didn't. You just played this card. It's terrible. And with that, I have to end this review of the Warlock cards. My favorite class. Definitely gonna see some play with that in the future. And like I said, watch the reveal stream, because, and I'll post it on YouTube, of course, if I do not open one of these in the reveal, I'm crafting a golden one day 1. Maybe the night one, because I don't know if I'll actually be here. I don't know if I'm actually going to be here as soon as it comes out, but when I open all the cards, I'm going to craft it before I even make a deck. Alright, thank you very much, though. Let me end on this one, because this is just such a nice card. That's a nice end slate there. Thank you. This has been a review of the Warlock class cards. Next up we have Warrior, and then lastly is going to be the neutral cards. So, yes, like I said, I can't thank you enough for watching things. Good night, or depending on where you are, good morning. But of course, as always, good luck.